They looked like the perfect family. Big smiles, lavish vacations, matching designer outfits on yachts, and red carpets. The Harvey family had it all. Or at least, that's what the public was meant to believe. But while the spotlight beamed on Steve Harvey, Marjorie Elaine Harvey, and their blended crew, two people were quietly missing from every glamorous frame: Brandi and Carly Harvey, his original daughters, the twins from Steve's first marriage. Once the center of his world, now nowhere in sight. Why? What really happened between Steve and his daughters? And why does Marjorie Elaine Harvey's scandal update keep getting louder every time another family photo gets posted without them? Fans have been asking the same question for years. And now, thanks to Brandi Harvey's latest news, the truth is finally bubbling up. We're talking emotional wounds, years of absence, and a growing split that's been hiding in plain sight. Because while the rest of the Harvey family flaunted their picture-perfect image, Brandi and Carly were fighting to reclaim their place, not just in the family, but in their father's legacy. And what they've built outside of the spotlight might just expose the cracks that could bring the whole Harvey empire to its knees. So what really went down? And why are people saying this story could change how fans see the Harvey family forever? Let's break it all down. Before the fame, the fortune, and the talk shows, Steve Harvey was just a guy with a dream. He was married to his first wife and raising two baby girls, Brandi and Carly. Life was simple, normal, but everything changed the night Steve won $50 in a local comedy contest. That tiny win flipped a switch in him. Suddenly, being a comedian wasn't just a fun idea, it became his purpose. He wanted the big stage, the bright lights, the laughs. But chasing that dream meant leaving behind something even bigger: his family. Steve walked away from the safety of his day job. Then, he walked away from his marriage. And eventually, he walked away from daily life with his daughters. Brandi and Carly were just little girls when their dad left home. They didn't understand why he wasn't there anymore. One day, they had a dad who made them breakfast. The next, he was touring cities, telling jokes, and barely calling. While the world got Steve Harvey, the rising star, the twins got silence. The Harvey family broke in half, and the bond between father and daughters shattered along with it. Steve went on to build an empire, movies, best-selling books, hosting gigs. His face was everywhere. But Brandi and Carly, they were left behind. Their childhood memories of him weren't fame or fortune. They were absence and pain. Years passed, and the silence stretched. Even as Steve's name became a household brand, the twins remained in the shadows. But life has a way of forcing reflection. And eventually, Steve tried to reconnect. Slowly, carefully, he started reaching out. And to their credit, Brandi and Carly responded. It wasn't easy. That kind of hurt doesn't vanish overnight. But healing began. When Carly got married in 2015, she asked Steve to walk her down the aisle. It was more than a photo op, it was a turning point. On his talk show, she looked him in the eye and said, "You're an amazing dad." No matter what, that wasn't scripted. That was raw, real, and the Harvey family trying to stitch something back together after years of emotional distance. But just as one part of the family began to heal, another started cracking. After Steve married Marjorie Elaine Harvey in 2007, his public life transformed. Together, they crafted a flawless image. Glamorous vacations, giant birthday bashes, all smiles and sparkles. But something was off. Time and time again, Brandi and Carly were missing. Not in the Christmas photos, not on the birthday shout-outs, not even a simple "we miss you" post. Marjorie Elaine Harvey's scandal update lit up when fans started noticing the twins were erased from the narrative. And it wasn't just once. This was a pattern. In 2018, the Harvey family posted a luxe Christmas video, snow machines, matching PJs, the whole thing. But no Brandi, no Carly. The comments section lit up. Where are the twins? Why does Steve never post his original daughters? This feels intentional, and they weren't wrong. The twins were also missing from a 2019 Monte Carlo family trip. No tags, no mentions, just vanished. This didn't feel like a simple oversight. It felt strategic. The Harvey family brand was being curated, and the twins didn't fit the aesthetic. While Marjorie's kids were front and center, Brandi and Carly were out of frame. Marjorie Elaine Harvey's scandal update only deepened as fans began to connect the dots. Why were Steve's biological daughters, his first family, being consistently excluded? What's wild is that Brandi and Carly weren't hiding. They weren't off the grid. Brandi runs a full-blown wellness platform. Carly shares her family life publicly. These women aren't hard to find. They're just hard to see, at least in Steve's carefully edited world. And that's where Brandi Harvey's latest news flips the script. Instead of begging for a seat at the family table, Brandi built her own. After years of silence and being overlooked, she took control. She got into bodybuilding, not for fame, but for discipline. In 2008, she placed second in a major competition. But the real win was emotional. It gave her purpose, strength, control, and she kept going. Brandi turned her transformation into a mission. She created Beyond Her, a wellness platform for women of color focused on healing, mindfulness, and power. She released ebooks, meal plans, and a 4-week self-care guide called Go Beyond Her. Then she wrote a book, Breakthrough, sold separately. Not just a memoir, but a manifesto. She talked about setting boundaries, owning your emotions, and rewriting the story of your life. Brandi Harvey's latest news isn't about being left out. It's about refusing to be erased. She found power in the pain and used it to help others rise too. Meanwhile, Carly Harvey took a different path, but one just as impactful. She married Benjamin Raymond in 2015, a former athlete turned entrepreneur. Their love is grounded, low-key, and real. In 2016, they had a son, BJ, and Carly embraced motherhood with everything she had. Her Instagram is a love letter to her family. She calls BJ my whole heart, and it shows. Carly isn't chasing likes. She's building a legacy. She and Benjamin also give back. They mentor youth, speak at schools, and run programs that empower girls. Their work with Disney Dreamers Academy and Young, Fit, and Fly has changed real lives, not just for the gram, but in actual communities. While the Harvey family spotlight moved on without them, Brandi and Carly built their own light. But even with all this success, the elephant in the room keeps stomping around. Why are the twins still on the outside looking in? Marjorie Elaine Harvey's scandal update won't go away because the photos keep coming, and Brandi and Carly are never in them. Some fans say it's about control. Others say image. But no matter the theory, the pattern stays the same. Brandi and Carly are missing from every major Harvey event. When Steve turned 60, the party was massive. Red carpet, celebs, social media coverage for days. But no twins. Marjorie posted every moment, but not one photo with Brandi or Carly. In 2019, Steve posted a sweet birthday message to his daughters. He wrote, "These girls of mine were the first time I ever loved anyone more than myself." Powerful words. But fans were quick to point out the contradiction. If that's true, why aren't they visible? Why aren't they celebrated the way Lori Harvey is? Why doesn't the Harvey family show up for Brandi's book launches or Carly's youth programs? The silence isn't just awkward, it's deafening. And it's led to a growing belief that Brandi and Carly are being intentionally left out of the family narrative. Here's the part most fans don't know. This family rift isn't just emotional. It's visual. It's symbolic. Like that luxury Christmas video, No Twins. Or the way Marjorie never reposts Brandi's speaking engagements. Or Carly's parenting content. Or their community work. Marjorie Elaine Harvey's scandal update shows a pattern of omission. And it's not accidental. It's calculated. Meanwhile, Brandi's platform has grown past the Harvey name. She speaks to packed rooms, leads corporate wellness workshops, and helps women rewire their thinking around trauma and growth. She's become a household name in her own lane. And Carly? She and Benjamin built a youth program that teaches public speaking, confidence, and financial literacy to girls. Their sessions are powerful, intimate, and life-changing. They've spoken at the Black Love Summit and partnered with major education brands. Meanwhile, Lori Harvey is getting headlines for her fashion deals and her headline-making relationship with Diddy, who was 27 years older. That alone shocked the internet, but Lori kept it moving. That's the Harvey way. Stay polished, stay unbothered. But beneath that gloss is a Harvey family split that's becoming impossible to ignore. This isn't just drama. It's a story about legacy, about which stories get told and which ones get erased. Brandi Harvey's latest news isn't about conflict. It's about reclaiming space. She's not waiting to be acknowledged. She's leading her own movement. And Marjorie Elaine Harvey's scandal update, it's not a rumor. It's a pattern, a deliberate shift in the Harvey family's public image that consistently crops out the original daughters. And that's what makes this story so powerful. It's not about who's winning in the spotlight. It's about who's thriving despite being left out of it. So here's the real question. Is this about being excluded or choosing not to participate? Are Brandi and Carly being pushed out or protecting their peace? And why won't the Harvey family address it directly? If unity is the goal, it starts with inclusion. It starts with showing up, not just for the public, but behind the scenes. Because fans are watching, and the story being told doesn't line up with the legacy Steve Harvey says he wants to leave. What do you think is going on behind the perfectly posed family photos? Is it image control, old wounds, or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if you think every family member deserves to be seen. Subscribe for more celebrity deep dives that pull back the curtain. And share this video if you believe legacy should include everyone, especially the ones who were there from the very beginning.